Couple M's if I sign a deal. My nigga bought 3/4 of a meal.
Ski. You already know it's your boy King Vase, and we back. Crown me. We won Court Conqueror. Me, my boy Shell Boogie. He has a YouTube. I'm gonna drop his YouTube in the description. Go like his videos. He has a big man. He also has an inside out playmaker. Pretty good build. We usually play with him, but we decided to play with this random, and so he brought his big man out, which was really needed because for some reason big men are so underappreciated in 2K20. Granted, I don't have a big man, but because I usually don't play big man, that's why. But I like big men are just so undervalued and underappreciated in 2K. Like if you have a solidified big man, it will make playing 2K so much easier. Like, because everyone wants to be a guard, and I understand. Like people who, my friends who do have big men, they're like, it's not really fun to grind with them. It's not really cool. You don't really get anything. But big men are just so dominant. Like especially when you have big men who are just so much smaller and weaker than you are, or people that do have big men, they're never really like fully developed. They're just like there. They're just so useless. But yeah, I'm a simple kid. Court Conqueror will forever be one of my favorite 2K events due to the fact that I just love Court Conqueror. Like the design of this castle is so tough. I like the courts. I can't really say that. There's no general difference to the court, but just like the basic design and layout to this is just so cool. And then it's really simple, you know. We play 3v3 against NBA 2K stars. But also I don't like about Court Conqueror and pretty much all events is the wait. Bro, if you lose and a court isn't open, you have to wait 2 to 3 games. That's just so unfortunate, especially depending on what time you play, how much time you have left. It was just so bad. And then also the rewards is something also that just doesn't fit right with me. Especially like seeing who you play. All that work for a hardwood classic jersey and 5,000 VC. Granted, if you starting off just playing this, 5,000 VC could seem like a lot, but that is just so useless. You cannot do anything with 5,000 VC. Not a thing at all. But it was just fun playing this. I'm not gonna lie. I was also testing out a new jump shot. It's like base 81 with Kobe Bryant and Kyle Korver. Granted, I've never heard anyone make this. If you know someone who do, tag them and let me know, because I've never seen anyone use it. Granted, it took me so long to try to beat. Like it just took me forever to try to time this jump shot. It was like periods when we played Quick Conqueror, I would go like 2 for 8, like 2 for 10. It was just so bad. But luckily, I finally figured out the timing to it, and it was just it's green. Not gonna lie. But some other teams that could have played in this, I would like to say, I would love to see the Houston Rockets, the Mavericks, OKC, and probably the Hawks. I don't really know too much about the Hawks. Not saying like they have a solidified big three that would do anything to anyone, but I generally don't think. But the two hardest teams to play were probably the Lakers and the Bucks, due to the fact that they had just great stars. The Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo just being super OP. Like the dude's just overpowered for no reason. And the Lakers, because you got LeBron and AD. That's just that, LeBron, AD. I like their choice of Caruso due to the fact that I just love Caruso. Dude is hilarious. But for the Celtics, I wish they would have like at least put Taco in just for this event. He didn't even have to fully come into 2K. Just playing in this event would have been great, and I would have been so happy because Taco Fall is a living legend. Oh, also can't forget another hard team to play for some reason. Not even for some reason. We all know the reason. The LA Clippers. Dudes are lockdown gurus. I'm upset that I couldn't get that game just because I forgot to record it. But oh my god, bro. If you could see how bad we were struggling against that team, just because that PG and Kawhi were just both lockdowns. It just made it so hard because the random we were running with, he's a slasher. The big man that we were playing with, Shell Boogie, he couldn't do too much because for some reason Kawhi is the dude's a robot. Like you couldn't move him, you couldn't do nothing with him. But me and Shell Boogie were thinking, with the current records everyone had, and those teams, those 16 teams went to the playoffs. Who would we think win the NBA championship? And I am a diehard Sixers fan, but my general reaction was the Sixers, due to the fact that on paper they were doing great. I understand they had like small flaws and injuries, but I promise you they could have overthrown it. Because when it comes down to it, I just believe the Sixers are just a better team. We kind of skipped like the Eastern, but we had like the Bucks versus Sixers. I had the Sixers. Al Horford, Joel Embiid. Once they take Giannis out, that's it. And then looking at their matchups before, the Sixers beat them multiple times. And then they had the Heat and the Raptors. They played a couple times. Heat got the most wins. And when it came down to it, they weren't really like, just because of their young core, I believe they would have like fought through it. For the Western, we had the Lakers versus Grizzlies. We all see where that came down. The Nuggets versus Rockets. I think it would have been a close match, but I had the Rockets. Jazz and OKC. I had OKC due to the fact that Chris Paul has been hooping this year. Chris Paul has gathered what he had in OKC, and just they have been hooping. Clippers and Mavs. I would have the Magic. The Clippers. Whoa, Clippers. I would have the Clippers. Then we have the Lakers versus Rockets. James Harden just can't seem to get past the second round. And due to the Lakers having just much bigger men than they do, like Dwight Howard and AD, I would have given it to the Lakers. And then we got OKC and the Clippers. I have the Clippers just because they're just a better team overall. Then it comes the LA battle. Lakers versus Clippers. This is a long, heated debate that we had through my household, his household, with each other. We had to finally came to the agreement that it would be the Clippers, just due to the fact that when they matched up, they won. The Clippers won. Only time they didn't win is when they didn't have PG. And I was like, that's pretty, like, you kind of see the Lakers, they're pretty cool, but they don't go into their like bench as much. They go like 2-3 guys in, while the Clippers go way farther in their bench, and their bench is efficient. They can score, while Kawhi and PG can still give you 30 a night. And then you got Lou Will could give you a smooth 20. Montrez give you a calm 16. Pat Bev, he's doing his lockdown thing. I still think he got it. Then it came down to 76ers against the Clippers. Okay, so this is where it came down. even though the Clippers have a better team or better record, the 76ers, when a game goes to 7, would beat them, because the only time the Clippers didn't the only time the Clippers won is when they didn't have Joel and Ben. But when Ben played, he dropped a triple double and they won. Joel Embiid is just dominant, and I'm pretty sure he would beat any one of the centers for the Clippers.